Awesome. Welcome everyone to the day 22 of Story Spark session. I'm just checking. I think it is day 20. Yes, day 22 of Story Spark session. And today we are still in week 4 of finding the right story elements and how you can use it to improve your storytelling. And today's element is one of the most important element when it comes to storytelling, and that is the power of emotion. So in today's quick exercise, what we are going to do is I'll let Venkat also join. Hi Venkat, good morning. Good morning Venkat, are you able to hear us? Just want to make sure before I share the exercise. Okay, great. So today's exercise is about the most important element in storytelling, and that is emotion. So what we are going to do is I want you to think about one of your own stories, any short stories, and then as a story analyst, as someone who likes to learn about storytelling, I want you to capture the emotions of various character at different scenes. So start with the what we'll do is in the next 2-3 minutes you'll write down your story. Then for every character you will write the emotions at different scenes. So if there are 3 scenes, you will write, okay, my first character was excited, second one was sad, and then this changed to. So what we are going to explore is how the emotions relate to different characters. So let's start the exercise. I'm gonna put the music, and yes, let's have the music. Write down any story from your life, and once you complete writing, then write down or analyze the different emotions at different point of time. So we'll have 3 minutes for this exercise. Last 2 seconds. So we are done with the time. So Dr. Alka, were you able to write a story and think about the emotions?
So what I did is that I've written that same story about that girl who is coming to my room.
Yeah, yep.
So she's coming into my room with a bounce in her feet, with a twinkle in her eye, and a big, broad smile on her face. And as soon as she sees me, her smile broadens, and she comes running to me, and she hugs me very tight. And at that time, I start smiling, and I feel the warmth of her hug, and I feel her. What have I written? I've written that the hug I feel and feel her breath. I could feel her breath and I could feel her heartbeat because she
Mm,
hugged me so tightly, she came so close to me that I could feel her heartbeat, her racing heart, and that's what. And as I hugged her back, she felt seen and she felt heard and she
mm,
felt acknowledged. So I could see
great.
that on, yeah, something like
Great.
that. So I don't know now what.
Nay, that is good. Yeah, we can always use one of the existing stories. So at the start, if I'm not wrong, she was excited and you might be puzzled of what is happening, and then you
Huh.
both were happy and you felt grateful for her, and she felt grateful for you being there as guide. And yeah, it is, yeah, it's a happy story. There's not much in terms of conflict unless you brought it the phrase where phase when she was going through struggles, where she was going through not getting a job and she really was feeling frustrated. So maybe that could be something that can be added because I know the story. So that could be something you don't have to tell now, but in the broader, bigger story, do bring that part, because otherwise, if it is always positive, happy, and things like that, then yeah, somewhere it also gets on the, yeah, too much positivity side and not. So there has to be something which you're looking
Yeah.
forward to update, or there's something to look forward to. Maybe we'll cover that in tomorrow session about conflict. But yeah, great. So I covered a story about Moth, London Moth. So when I was in London a few months back, I had the opportunity to speak in something called Moth Storytelling. It's a big storytelling platform where people come and they volunteer. So I remember those one of those days when I really wanted to tell a story, but I wasn't sure which story to tell, and they have a theme, and that day the theme was guts. So I wasn't sure which story to tell, but yeah, it kept on happening. I was determined, but I was also anxious and nervous. Okay, should I go? Should I not? Should I put my name? And I was hoping that my name will not come back because they put a lot of data. And the first name came, and it was a person sitting next to me. He went and told a good story, and then they picked the second name, and it was my name. And I even when I got up and I was going towards the stage, I wasn't 100% sure that is this the right story. But then I went up and I told a story about the first project we were given as a company joiner, and that was related to HR field. I had no idea, but I really wanted to show up because two of my other project mates had actually fled, and I had an idea whether I had one choice that time, whether to show up or whether to escape, and I chose to show up. It was a mess up, but there was a message written on the feedback that we comment that at least he showed up unlike his other teammate, and that gave me a lot of courage. So when I told this in a humorous way, the audience loved it, and then when I came out, what happened is afterwards, I felt the speaker's high, and that is when you give a good speech and people come to you and say, "Yeah, that was amazing. I love that, and it was amazing." There was, I think, there was one British guy who came and like, I loved your story and I wanted you to meet my sister because she also loved your story. And I was like, wow, great. I think I'm getting a little famous. So this is how this whole story changes from being nervous and anxious to just showing up to getting a lot of appreciation and feeling that I've accomplished something. So that's the story and that's the emotion that I wanted to bring in, where yeah, you feel nervous, you feel sometimes scared, but if you keep on doing the right thing and showing up, it may turn into a good, happy, exciting things as well. Awesome. So I forgot to tell, but yeah, story power to you, Dr. Alka. And Venkat, I know you mentioned you won't be able to speak, so I'm assuming that you have written a story or you will write a story and share in the group. By the way, great video yesterday, so looking forward to more videos from you. Awesome. So that was day 22, learning about emotion. When you understand the emotions of various characters in your story, you will be able to better articulate and your audience will be able to feel. So let's go around the room. We have only Dr. Alka, so I'm going to ask her what was your learning from this short exercise. Or you are on mute.
The most important thing is I'm always only talking about the positive. So I have to bring in an element of the struggle that we went through
Yeah.
while we were treating this girl. It was about 7 to 8 years of hard labor work to convince her parents, to convince her friends, to convince the people around her, and to convince her about the treatment that she was going to go through. And then how to get a job, because she was rejected for so many jobs. And
Yeah.
when she came, she got this job. So it's a very big thing for a trans person to get a job. So that's
Absolutely.
yeah. So adding that part of that conflict and the struggle in her life would add better to the emotions also. It will bring
Correct.
in better emotions in the audience. This is my learning. So I have to
Absolutely,
just say that
absolutely.
much. Yeah, I have to
And
add
as
that
an audience,
section.
then only I can relate or learn more about her. If you just mention only positive thing, then I will be like, okay, great, what's this fuss about? But we understand that when there was a struggle of 8 years, that is a big
Yeah.
deal, and that's how most of the people will respond. Awesome. So thank you so much. Story power to you. And for those watching this video, think about the emotions of various characters in your story at different point of time, and this will help you make your story better, make your story more relatable, and make your story powerful. Story power to you all. I'll see you tomorrow. And as I say, until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep going out of your comfort zone. See you tomorrow for day 23 of Story Spark session. Take
Take
care.
care. Take
Thank you.
care.